je vous en prie.
Ça se termine brusquement.
Ah oui, je suis désolé, on a eu un problème avec la caméra.
There you go. Okay. Ready?
This is pour toi. What do you remember from that night?
It was dark, but I could see. The sky was so bright. There was a full moon. It was beautiful.
Ah, stop! Peter!
Peter Porter, come here, please.
Good work on the fire, bud.
Look at this.
This is a very beautiful spot.
What about this full moon? You get a moon tan.
So tell us about the meteor shower.
And do you know what a meteor shower is? It's the ice and debris that's, well, actually the sun is melting the ice off of the comet, and thus the debris falls loose.
Do you believe him? I don't believe you either.
Check out our campsite.
You guys hungry?
Yeah, what'd you bring to eat?
Hot dogs?
Sot dogs. This is the Porter
Can you turn the
family.
little... Look at that! Yard this big, and our dog will always be happy.
Wow, okay. Oh, hello.
Oscar!
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 What is he doing?
Oscar!
Shit!
Excuse me?
Crap. Don't repeat that. Oscar! Oscar! Oscar!
You see him? Is everything okay? Baby?
Okay, do you remember anything else?
I just remember screaming. He was eating my boy alive.
Very sketchy details here.
An American man and his young son holidaying in France were brutally killed last night.
The circumstances are very graphic.
What police believe was a vicious animal
And what
attack.
authorities believe was a brutal animal attack. Attack that has shocked police
It's unclear,
officers.
but authorities have confirmed the death of 36-year-old Henry Porter and Peter Porter,
Found mutilated.
who was just 7 years old. The young mother is the only survivor.
Taken by ambulance. Doctors are hopeful she will
I have
recover.
lived here my whole life. Cannot remember anything like this ever.
People are wondering what type of
The breed of animal has yet to be determined.
Police are urging people to be patient as they continue with their investigation.
Tall and thin. It had hair all over his hands. They're huge.
You said he.
A major turn in this tragic case.
This is now officially a murder investigation.
Now suggesting that there may be someone
Responsible for the death of the Porter family.
This is not an animal attack.
Not an animal attack.
What type of man could be capable of such
The
things?
question many in France are asking.
One of the biggest manhunts in recent
An
times.
entire community living in fear.
Jamais vu quelque chose.
A very peaceful place, and what has happened has shattered that peace.
Major developments and a huge
A
manhunt.
local man was taken into custody.
At 1452, we apprehended the suspect at his residence.
Police have identified a man.
Involved in the Porter
The
tragedy.
suspect's name is Talon Gwynnick.
Colin Gwennick.
The only suspect.
Accused of murder.
This monster of a man.
Refusing to answer police questions.
We've also learned that Gwynnick's home in Seldon is only 2 miles from the location of the attack. Gwynnick has been transferred from Seldon to Lyon. Experts question the validity of the
No
charges.
clear motive.
No prior criminal record.
Some legal analysts are calling his arrest an abuse of human rights.
Well, at this stage, there is no factual evidence to indicate anything more than an animal attack.
Catherine Moore.
Gwennick's court-appointed attorney.
There is a vague description by a woman who was very much in shock.
Europe has a long and sordid history of animalistic murderers.
To be honest, I'm not convinced this is an act of murder at all. The French legal system values hard evidence more than eyewitness testimony. That nuance is certainly relevant to this case. I believe it will work in our favor.
You're an American living in France, an expatriate.
Well, both my parents were human rights lawyers. My father was French, my mother an American. When they divorced, I spent every summer in France with my father.
Mrs. Moore, were you hesitant to accept this case, considering the victims are American and the defendant is French?
What matters to me would be to see an innocent man sent to prison.
Okay. I think we got it.
Great.
Stop.
Hey.
Hey. You look great.
Yeah, you too. How are you?
I'm good, good.
How was your flight?
It was fine. So,
Good.
you're doing TV interviews now?
Yeah, I'm not used to that, that's for sure. Hey, did I look as nervous as I felt?
No, I look like you've been doing it for years.
Good. Here, let's just move out here.
Been a while, so...
Damn, I didn't want this to be awkward. Hey.
Bonjour. C'est l'hôpital m'a appelé. Le pauvre dans le coma.
OK, bon. Premièrement, quand peut-on voir la cassette?
Oui. Monsieur?
Oh, shoot. Eric, this is Dr. Gavin Fleming.
Okay, come on, it's Gavin. Gavin.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't speak French. So.
The Gavin, right? Yeah, heard a lot about you. Come on in. Thanks for helping out.
Of course. Didn't realize you were American as well.
You have a PhD in wildlife forensics?
Yeah.
Probably just set up right here. This kid said you did an amazing job on a similar case where he helped redirect the investigation from murder to animal attack.
Oh, no, he more than helped. His testimony was instrumental.
Well, hope you can do the same for us. Here's the initial stuff.
Just wanted to thank you for your time.
If you need anything, like bios, statistics, police reports, hash, anything.
Anything.
Actually, I've already put a request to examine the victims' bodies as soon as possible. Maybe you can make a request to the judge so we can get a quick response.
I'll lean on them.
Okay, so back to the Claire Porter interview.
The investigative judge has agreed to let you review the tape, so we're good on that. He's also okay to sit down with Talon.
All right, and who's investigating?
Yes, Captain Klaus Pistor, ex-military pilot, been heading up murder investigation for nearly a decade. Every Thursday eats lunch at Pierre's, orders the croque monsieur with bleu d'Auvergne cheese, hates raisins like crazy. I think there's an allergy issue there, so if you want to kill him, that's the way to do it.
Y a-t-il une autre sortie par ici?
No, monsieur, you see. Hang on a second.
He's thorough.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again, Kate.
Give it time. You just got here.
I just remembered. Screaming. It was tall and thin. It had hair all over his hands. They were huge.
You said he.
He was eating my boy alive. He wasn't.
Voilà.
Merci, commissaire.
Ça se termine brusquement.
Ah oui, je suis désolé, on a eu un problème avec la caméra. I'm sorry, you don't speak French, of course you're English. But you see, there was a camera malfunction, and Claire Porter's condition was so poor that the judge concluded the interview, you know.
So you took Talon Gwennick into custody based on her description?
Yes, I did. He more than fit the description, don't you think?
I'm aware his appearance is unique, but did you pursue other leads?
Yes, apart from surveying the crime scene, the entry points and the attacker's footprints.
Footprints, we didn't see that evidence in the investigation dossier. Were they photographed or cast?
No, the heavy rain washed them away, but the measurements, match the suspects.
Okay. I do find it a bit unusual that you took my client into custody based on an inconclusive eyewitness account and not hard evidence. We have the camera malfunction, the footprints being washed away. This investigation's had some issues. Commissaire, you agree?
The test results for your client's DNA and the crime scene will be back in less than 48 hours. So I suggest we continue this conversation then. That is, if Gwinnet's DNA doesn't show up at the crime scene. Very good. So why don't we go see your client? Thank you. Follow me.
Officier Reno and two guards will stay with you in the room. Officier Reno, Kate Moore.
Your team will stay in the observation room. Et Rino, tu peux les emmener dans la salle d'observation?
Yeah.
not touch him. Or you do not hand him anything unless I say it's okay.
But your guards will not be allowed to be in here. It's my client's right.
I guess it is. Bien joué, bien joué. Okay, you have only 5 minutes for the initial meeting.
5 minutes?
Yes, believe me, it will be long enough. He hasn't spoken a word since we arrested him. Okay, on est prêt?
T'es prêt? Oui, c'est bon.
You can handle these cameras.
Okay.
Enlevez ce muselier. Immédiatement.
Was denken Sie?
Vielleicht würde etwas Zeit alleine mit ihm ihr eine Lektion erteilen.
Ich glaube nicht, dass dies ein Verhalten ist, das Sie vor dem Europäischen Gericht für Menschenrechte erklären möchten. Take it off. Now.
Ok. Enlève la muselière. Ok, asseyez-le. Okay, he's all yours.
Good luck.
Bonjour, Talon. Je m'appelle Catherine Moore. Je suis votre avocate. Talon, nous sommes ici pour vous aider, vous défendre. J'ai parlé brièvement avec votre mère au téléphone. Elle a accepté de m'autoriser à vous représenter. Be still.
Good.
He's here.
I would like to remove his handcuffs.
Oh, no.
I take full
Absolutely
responsibility
not.
for
No,
my security.
categorically not.
His feet are chained to the floor, and you have guards right outside this door.
Yeah, don't make me regret this, Miss Moore. Ok, Rino. Oh, tu lui enlèves les menottes. Madame veut qu'on lui enlève les menottes. Vas-y. Fais attention.
What's she doing?
Calme, parce que ça le rend nerveux.
Thank you.
You speak English? Did your mother teach you how to speak English? Yeah.
My mother. How is she?
She's very worried about you.
And your father. I've yet to speak with him.
My father. He...
Your father.
Allez, c'est fini. C'est fini.
Déjà, oui, déjà. Allez.
Sophie.
Non. Tu te calmes. Calme-toi.
Listen, everything is going to be okay. We will talk again soon. Until then, do not speak to anyone else about this case but me.
Allez.
Help me.
it just everything happened so fast. I got in there, scratched my arm, my glasses went flying.
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine, I'm fine. It's just, I mean, the whole thing just happened so quickly. You all right?
Yeah.
You're gonna hurt, right?
Yeah, thanks for that back there.
Yeah, just your regular knight in shining armor.
Yeah. Did you hear what he said to me? He said, help me.
That's what he said?
Yes.
Wow. Are you sure this is the right case for you?
Yeah, more than ever. This doesn't make any sense.
Hey, you could have been really hurt back there, you know?
The guy can barely move. There's no way he could have committed these crimes.
If his, his mobility is as limited as it seems, and, with those attacks, then there's no way he could have done it,
There's no way. Wait, do you know where you're going?
Sakes, Catherine. Yes, I know where I'm going.
Well, I'm going to look it up on my GPS because I know you're a whole brain GPS.
You're like an old married couple, you two.
What?
Bloody hell.
Jeez, nice driving skills, Eric, really.
Thanks. I got the instinct. You all right?
I'm good.
All right. Shall we?
Mrs. Gwynnick, can you tell us what you remember about the night the Porters died?
He was home that night. He was very sick. He did not live. He couldn't.
Sick how?
Talon's condition, he can't move. Can't even get out of bed for days sometimes.
What was he like as a child?
He was a happy boy, a kind boy. Children made fun of him, called him names. He didn't ever want to leave the farm, so we chose to school him at home.
I take it you taught Talon English as well?
Yeah, but he speaks much better than me. He's very smart.
Mrs. Gwynnick, your accent, it's Eastern European. It's Moldovan?
Romanian. I was born there, but we moved to France when I was young. We had family all over Europe. Not so much anymore, but we still remember. Do you see me?
And this is your mother?
No, Mama.
She's beautiful.
What about this gentleman here?
Was my uncle, Tevis. He had the same condition as Talon, only he died before it became too severe in the war.
What can you tell us about this condition?
Well, it's sometimes passed down to the men in our family. Their bones too long and too weak for their bodies.
Has there been any official diagnosis at all?
No one's ever been able to help. We tried, but...
I'm sure you did all you could. Yeah. What was it like for Talon growing up?
He spent the most time with his father. He died last year.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Mrs. Gwynnick, if you don't mind, would you speak about what happened there?
It was a car accident. He was just driving home late and lost control.
That must have been very hard on you.
It was hardest on Talon.
Mrs. Gwynnick, I'm having a really hard time understanding why they've decided to target Talon. Do you know why they are convinced that he's guilty?
Our land.
Your land?
They've always wanted this land.
If I give up my land, will they give me back my boy?
Shit! Hang on. What is it? Okay?
What? No.
Killer.
No, he's not.
It says killer.
No, he's not killer. Okay. Please, people need to know that. No, he's no monster. People need to know that, please.
We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you.
So the government wanted to turn the Gwinnix land into a storage site for nuclear waste, which would have given the town a sizable contract, but the Gwinnix refused.
What's so special about that land?
The clay down there is extremely dense, which makes it safe for storage.
For nuclear waste?
Yeah. I mean, nuclear energy powers about 80% of France, so their land is unique.
Oui. Valuable, I bet. How much was the contract?
About 30 million euros. It also says here the Class P store is on a committee trying to win that contract. Like he had anything to gain.
A lot of money.
Especially down there. You think about his father's death?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, me too.
I just remember
Hey?
screaming.
Eric? I'm just speaking to a doctor friend of mine from Oxford, and excuse me, we were discussing Talon's appearance and symptoms, and there's a very rare disease called porphyria. Symptoms include excessive facial and body hair, receding gums, which obviously makes the teeth look longer. Yeah, and it also causes crippling chronic joint pain, muscle weakness, all sorts of nerve damage, even seizures.
So people with this can barely move?
Exactly, and it's so rare that some doctors haven't even heard of it.
Okay, great.
What's up?
My necklace, it's gone.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Sure, it's around.
Anyway, this condition, how do we test for it?
It's actually pretty complicated. It needs a pretty specialised facility in order to handle the test. There's only one hospital around here that can handle it.
Is it genetic? How does one catch it?
I'm not too sure, but certainly a good start.
Okay, perfect.
We'll request an evaluation for Talon tomorrow, first thing. Good. I'm gonna go home.
Okay.
Hey, Kate, do you want to just go grab a drink, catch up for a second?
I'm beat. It's been a hell of a day, so. Okay. All right, good night.
Night.
What the hell are you doing, man?
What's that?
What are you doing? Here, with her. What's going on?
Look, Eric, I don't know you, and you don't know anything about my relationship with Kate.
Actually, I know a lot about your relationship with Kate. I don't give a shit about your personal life, man. I really don't. I just hope you're not trying to win her back here. I don't need that kind of distraction.
Right, well, first off, it's been 5 years. Besides, I'm in a relationship, so you can rest easy.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
You're looking into my private life.
I'm just doing my job, man.
Well, you mind your own business, mate. How do I know I can trust a man who steals information for a living? And actually, that reminds me, why is it exactly that you don't work in the States, Eric?
You should go home.
Oh, by the way, we received the DNA results, but unfortunately they were contaminated.
We're relying on those results.
Well, of course, we all were.
Right. Are you familiar with the offer made on the Gwinnett land for federal storage of nuclear waste?
Of course. Yeah. In fact, I talked to the judge already, and he said it was irrelevant. You know, I mean, the land dispute complicates the investigation, and personally, I agree with him.
I'm still adding it to the dossier.
Oh, well, you know, that is your right. You know. But remember, this is a murder case, not a land dispute, okay?
Okay, the offer made on the land would have brought 30 million euros to this community. That type of motive we...
Très bientôt. The motive is more. Come on. Let's remember who's on trial here.
Well, no one is on trial yet, commissaire.
Wow, he didn't want to touch that, did he?
No, he didn't. Can you get me the police report on...
Talon's father's death guy.
Thank you. Let's go.
Well, I hope you have strong stomachs.
You don't have to be here for this.
Oh, no problem.
I'm fine. You want a glass of water?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'll try and do this as quick as possible. Okay. Bodies have been preserved in a negative temperature chamber, so there's minimal to no decomposition. Very vicious clawed attack. The back of the skull has been completely ripped away. There's also a discernible bite pattern consistent with a large animal attack. The left femur being completely exposed. Bottom jaw has been completely ripped away. Also the tongue been partially consumed. Moving down here to the femur, there's evidence of severe mauling. Once again, no evidence of any type of weaponry. And the same bite pattern. An animal did this. Stop! Fucking hell! Oh!
You okay?
Fucking hell! Let's take a look at the boy. Okay. Right.
Vous pouvez partir.
Ça serait mieux pour vous si...
Non, vous êtes une présence menaçante pour mon client et de plus, légalement, vous n'avez pas le droit d'être ici. Dois-je appeler le juge?
Okay. So I had hoped to bring you some good news about the DNA, but the samples were cross-contaminated. It's nothing to worry about. It was just a mistake at the lab. Happens all the time, and they're running the new tests now. But I do have some good news for you. We may know the condition you suffer from. It's called porphyria. Did any doctors ever mention this to you or your family before? No? Well, the symptoms of this disease and what you suffer from are very similar. And if you do test positive, it will help prove that you were not physically able to commit these crimes. We'll have to move you to a hospital for some tests. Is that something you'd feel comfortable with? Yeah? Okay. I would like to talk about the night of the deaths. Do you remember where you were that night?
I cannot remember things when I am sick.
Okay, I understand we call those blackouts. was that?
It was bad, but I straightened it.
Thank you, Talon. There's my father's ring. I lost my father not long ago also. You know how that feels. Thank you.
Is that Talon's arrest video?
He didn't even put up a fight.
His father's accident report.
Oh, good.
Pistor investigated this case, and Renault was first on the scene.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Single car collision, no foul play, it was an
Yeah,
accident.
and check out the toxicology report. He had phenobarbital in his system. He had 15 times any normal prescribed amount.
15?
And I talked to Mrs. Gwinnett, so she swore that her husband has no history of drug problems, no depression problems, no medical problems at all.
Okay, guys, do you want to come in here a minute? I've just sorted through my findings for the Henry Porter examination.
Yeah, so why didn't Pistor investigate his death as a possible homicide?
Money makes people do strange things.
It certainly does. Right, so, Henry Porter. The bite marks, first of all, are undiscernible. I can't tell you what animal they're from. Also, Henry Porter's skull was crushed, and it takes 1,400 psi to crush a human skull. And obviously, the human's bite is maximum 200 pounds.
Good, so not human.
No. Sorry, excuse me. A second.
So then,
I don't know.
he's a prick, is what's up with him.
Okay.
I mean, he's an animal expert. There are thousands of them. Why him specifically?
Because he's best for the case, Eric, that's
Is that
why.
right?
Yeah.
Can't even tell us what animal that is. Let me ask you something. You tell him what happened to me in the States? What happened?
No. Why, did he say something?
It wasn't her, mate. It was me. I found out myself. It wasn't difficult. You sold privileged attorney-client information for cash. Solid work.
Cash? You don't know what you're talking about, right? So please, shut the fuck
Eric? What's going on? Did you get sick or what?
No, I think it's just the food here.
Yeah, France is really known for shit food.
Eric?
Hello? Wait.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, right, anyway, what was I?
The bite, so it's definitely not human then?
Oh, yeah, so, no, this was a huge animal.
Good.
My guy, the hospital. Claire Porter went into a septic shock and died.
Oh, Jesus.
Quel genre d'animal? Okay. So the judge authorized your request for a medical evaluation. It seems that you made an interesting point concerning your client's physical deficiencies. Jacqueline, dites-leur que j'arrive tout de suite pour mon rendez-vous. Merci. Thank you, Miss Moore. We'll keep you informed.
Actually, Commissaire, if I may, I was going over the police report issued for Georges Gwennick's car accident. You investigated this, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
Then I'm sure you're well aware that he had 15 times the prescribed amount of phenobarbital in his system.
What's your point, Ms. Moore?
As the investigating officer, I feel like you've ignored certain elements pertaining to my client. Why didn't you at least investigate the crash further?
Because I think that he's a drug addict.
There is nothing in his medical history to suggest that he had any substance abuse
Look,
problems.
if you have any
Nothing.
request, why don't you put it in writing?
Yes.
Yes. Très bien, merci.
Merci.
Oui, oui. Qu'est-ce que j'ai dit que j'arrivais? Quoi? Attendez. Wait, please. Quel genre d'animal? A farmer from outside the city reported that some kind of animal attacked his horses. He was standing on two legs, over 2 meters tall, covered in hair. He called it a monster from hell.
That sure sounds like the animal that killed Henry Porter.
We'll follow you.
Yes, why don't you do that? C'est pas bien par là. On va boucler le périmètre, vous êtes de ce côté. Tout est forêt. Ensuite, dans cette direction, par là. Oui, par là. Oui, dans cette direction.
Revenez ici. On va en 2 équipes, j'ai pas dit 3 équipes. Bouclez le périmètre. Bouclez le périmètre. Mon ordre, vous tirez. Soyez prêts à enfumer l'animal. Les deux avec les gaz lacrymogènes. À mon ordre. 3, 2, feu!
Jesus!
That's impossible. There hasn't been a wild bear in this region for 200 years.
This has to be the bear that attacked the porters. It's all consistent. The area, the size of the animal. Gavin?
Yeah, we'll have to run some tests, but this is looking good.
DNA results. We need Gavin.
Gavin.
I was just reading that there are certain strains of porphyria that not only pass genetically, but in rare cases they can be transmitted through blood or any mucous membrane.
Just gonna turn this light on.
So, I need you to look at this. Town's DNA results, cross-contaminated again.
What happened to do the test again? Actually, can you ask them to send me both DNA analysis reports for both tests?
Here. Hey, what's wrong?
I don't know.
I'm worried about you.
No, don't. You should be worried about the case.
Right, because I never worry about my cases.
Nothing's changed, I know.
Yeah. Do you think you could have done it, Gavin?
There is no way a man could have done anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're doing a great job, Kate.
Thanks for saying that.
And you were right to move here. Well, I should have come with you. I miss you, Kate.
I miss you too.
The day has come for Gwynnick's specialized testing, which could produce results that exonerate him of all criminal charges.
Jesus!
Stop. Why are you helping me, Kate?
Because I was taught from a very young age that everyone deserves to be heard, especially the ones that think they don't deserve it.
They'll get what they want.
Do you want me to quit? You thought about it, though? No. Yeah, come in. Talon, these are my partners, Eric and Gavin. You haven't officially met yet. Gavin is going to explain a few of the specifics about the exam. So, okay?
Yeah, okay. So, Talon, along with the normal battery of tests, the lead physician is also going to administer a corneal impression to get a cell sample of one of your eyes. This will be the early indicator for the porphyria. After that, he's going to attempt an photic-induced seizure.
Photic-induced seizure?
It's a strobing light that will cause stress and trigger an attack.
It's the only way to confirm the porphyria and allow it to be admissible in court. All right, we should get going. Guards?
Examination here. I'll go telling Gwyneth and just be with it.
It's gonna work, right?
It has to.
When Gwyneth, I'll just be with his teeth, his fingernails, his...
Okay.
You know?
Commencing examination
of patient Talon Guinec. Okay, we will now do the corneal impression.
Relax, Talon.
The early indicator for porphyria is positive. So, allez, let's move on to seizure induction. I will need you to stare at the flashing light.
Doctor?
No, it's normal.
We need to stop this right now.
This is unusual.
Doctor, please.
Help somebody.
How did this happen? He could barely move. That was not talent.
I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. All this is on your head.
How the hell were we supposed to know this was going to happen?
I knew. You got him transferred. He kicked people, and now he's gone.
I promise
He's
I was
gone.
only doing what I thought
I
was
don't
best
give
for
a
my
fuck.
client.
Just go. Go. Let me do my job. Go. Go. Allez. Allez. Tout est le temps, bordel. Go. Go. You go. Huh?
Reports from Lyon indicate 4 more dead. Gwinnek's whereabouts remain unknown.
Where would our werewolf legends be? Put Luna in the word lunatic.
Researchers tracked down more than 1,000 reported attacks and compared the dates with the lunar cycle. The most dangerous time? Following a full moon.
Eric? You here? Eric? Hey.
Hey.
Did you spend all night here?
Yeah. How you doing? All right? Listen, glad you're here. We were wondering how it was even physically possible for Talon to destroy that hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, so bear with me. You know how people say like the full moon can make people go like mad, like crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, so watch this.
Put Luna in the word lunatic. But do we really know what effect the moon has on our lives?
Okay. What?
The sky was so bright. There was a full moon.
There have been these studies on epileptics where a full moon triggers these like prolonged seizures. They have these violent outbursts and they get almost this like superhuman strength. It has something to do with water. You know how like the moon affects the tides, right?
Mhm.
Well, human beings have like almost like 60% water. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? They even have a name for it. It's called the lunar effect.
Okay, so you think he becomes what he is under the influence of the moon?
What are you saying? Hey.
Hey.
Last night the moon was 98%. Tonight, full moon.
What's this?
It seems there is no more running for Gwennick. Police have the building surrounded. However, details on how he escaped a heavily guarded hospital wing remain unclear.
I'm going.
I gotta get my coat.
Yeah.
Why? Pistol doesn't want you there.
Well, he's my client, Gavin. I have a responsibility.
He's a murderer, Kate. Leave it alone.
I know he's a murderer, Gavin. I'm done defending him. I don't know. I mean, if this lunar affects...
You're making a mistake,
yeah, I'm
Kate.
coming. A lot of people have died. I don't want them to die because of me.
Yeah, well,
okay?
the person you're trying to save is a fucking animal.
I know that, Gavin. What do you want me to say?
Haven't you helped him kill enough people, Kate?
What? All right, you need to stay here. I don't want to see you. Can you pull your shit together, please?
Qu'est-ce que tu fais ici?
Je suis l'avocate.
Professeur Pistole.
Comment ça va, ça?
Vous êtes prêts à aller?
Oui,
Étage. Allez, go, go, go.
4 minutes mortes.
Ok, officier Rino, vous êtes prêts?
Oui.
Bon, occupez-vous des moniteurs.
Bien.
Bon, c'est ok, je les connais. What are you doing here? I told you to stay away.
He is my client. Okay, I don't want to see anyone else hurt either, all right?
Don't worry, he's on the 8th floor. He hasn't killed anyone yet. We have the situation under control.
Control, you have no idea what you're dealing with here.
Really? Really? Why don't you tell me, Mr. American? What are we dealing with here?
I think he has this condition where his behavior is affected by the moon.
The moon?
Right?
What the fuck? What are you talking
about? Isn't naturally there.
Okay. No, all I know is I don't want any more innocent people killed by that maniac. He moves, he's dead. Ok, vous en êtes où?
6e étage.
6e étage?
Oui. 6e étage. On entre au 8e étage. On a un visuel sur le suspect. Dans la ligne de mire. Aragobinek, lève-toi. Regardez. maintenant!
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
Pull your men back. Pull your men back right now.
He's
Right now.
I don't want anyone else to die, all right?
We got him.
You got, you
Don't
get
you know,
them out of
you
there
don't know
now.
what you're talking about, okay?
Je te répète, lève-toi.
Qu'est-ce qu'il est en train de faire?
À l'intérieur!
What have we done?
Refusant de répondre aux questions. Quelques heures après cette découverte, deux randonneurs
C'est
ont
échappé!
été poursuivis.
Bloquez le périmètre! Bloquez le périmètre!
Based on eyewitness reports, authorities believe he is headed to his home in Cerdon.
Get in.
Try to tell you, guys. I know, Gavin. Fuck, what happened to your eye?
What happened? What?
It was unlike anything I've ever seen, man. The guy fell like 10 stories. It was like Planet of the
He
fucking
was standing
Apes.
right in front of us, Gavin. That thing inside of him, it was not Talon Gwennick. It's like he wasn't even...
He wasn't even human.
Exactly.
I don't think he is. I looked at the DNA analysis reports that Eric sent back to me, and the results, they were exactly the same both times. The contamination patterns were identical. The DNA just wasn't classifiable.
He's non-human.
Yeah, he's not anything. I don't know what he is. Looks like we're too late.
She's not here.
It's a lot of security.
So she was afraid.
What was she afraid of, huh? Now she's gone, she probably left to meet him somewhere.
What if that was her plan all along?
No, I mean, what choice did she have?
I mean, what are you talking about?
Hang on. Think about it. If 500 years ago someone saw a man with Talon Gwennick's same appearance, that condition, okay, and that man was under the influence of the moon, this lunar effect, and it made him predatory, and it made him this killer, this
wait,
man
it sounds
eater.
like you're talking about the
Werewolf? Yes, they say that he was not human. He was a man and a beast, like Talon Gwennick.
Well, all the more reason that his whole family should be exterminated.
What?
Well, for 50 years they lived in peace. And then something bad happened. Talon's father was killed so that you could profit from their land.
Ah bon, on a une carte détaillée des environs parce que j'en ai un peu le ras-le-bol. On fouille un peu la maison, il y a un peu d'énergie ici.
Okay.
I need some air, all right? Mrs. Gwennick? Mrs. Gwennick, are you in here? It's Catherine Moore.
It's just me, okay? I know about the secret you've been hiding about your family. I know you're just trying to protect your son. If they killed your husband, we can help you. But Talon has to be stopped. Please, come out. Please.
Sorry.
Eric.
Sorry. Let's go. You're not supposed to be here.
Eric, I have an axe in my hand. Don't sneak up on me.
What are you doing in here?
Nothing. I thought I saw something.
I was worried about you. Let's get out of here. Where did the cop? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. At the rate he's moving, it could be anywhere.
I don't think he's going to leave the forest. It's his home. The cave system here, he and his father spent a lot of time there. He grew up in those caves.
Okay, we leave in 1 minute. Et nous, on y va. 1 minute. Aux grottes. Mrs. Moore, on y va. Hein? He trusts you, so you're gonna help me bring him in. Let's go.
I'm not going.
Why?
I just need to figure some things out, Kate. I can't explain right now. I can't.
Gavin, come on. Now what the hell's going on, really?
What is this about?
Show us your arm.
Listen, what's going on?
Let me see your arm.
Hey.
Hey.
Gavin!
Let me go. Let me go.
What is that?
I got infected by Talon. I'm in the police station.
And that's why you're changing. Where did you get that?
It just doesn't matter. If I do anything, you use the gun. Okay?
I'm scared.
Me too.
Tom, tu prends le passage de droite, et tu prends le passage de gauche. C'est en deux équipes. Allez, on y va en avant.
Hope you know you're trusting.
Okay. If you decide to meet the convoy, I'm ready to take you.
Thank you, officer.
They found something. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Stop. There's something. It's coming from that hole. Quiet. Shh. Hold on. Come on, you motherfucker. Show yourself. Oh, shit.
Talon, you don't want to hurt him, okay? Talon. I know what this man did to you. Just let him go. That's right. That's right, Talon. No one else has to die.
Kate?
Hey, are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Listen, I found a basement here. I think it was used as a holding cell for Talon. His mother knew all along.
He's dead, Gavin.
Hang on, I can hardly hear you.
I tried to plead with them. They're taking his body to the morgue. Listen to me, if you start feeling anything.
Kate, come on, I feel fine. Just be careful. Watch Pistol, Kate. He can't be trusted.
Oh, Jesus. What's that? Come here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, come here. Come here. Who did this to you? Can you tell me who did this to you? Look, I'm going to get you some help, okay?
You said you'd protect him. Now look what you did.
It's going to happen to me.
I don't know. I'm not your mother. But you won't ever be like him. Now look what you did.
Your son did this to me.
You said you'd protect him.
Your son did this to me. So what did Gavin tell you? Is he all right?
He said he was fine, but I don't know.
We don't know. It might be too late for him. He could be turning into what Talon is, a fucking animal.
We don't know that. I pulled Gavin into this, and I'm gonna help him. No matter what it takes.
Pistor's gonna do what he wants to do. He's gonna kill him, and who's to say he's wrong?
This is all about money to Pistor, and I'm not gonna let him get away with killing Talon's father or Gavin.
Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce qui se passe en bas? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel? Déployez-vous! Déployez-vous sur mon ambulance, bordel! Winnick est vivant! Je le vois, il est là-bas. Winnick est vivant, putain.
Get in the car! Eric, what are you doing?
Le voilà, il s'échappe. Mais là, on a ta ligne de mire, tire-lui dessus. Il s'échappe, putain, le laissez pas aller dans la forêt. On l'a perdu. Fais demi-tour. On fait demi-tour.
60, 70 miles an hour. I mean, I couldn't catch him. I couldn't catch up with him. They shot him like 10 times, and he didn't die. He didn't die, Kate. What does that mean? Well, he can't be killed? Is that what that means? He can't be killed? Do they have to shoot him in the head? Maybe they have to shoot him in the head. Is that what it is? Is that the only way that he can die? Because... Okay, fine. It's okay. It's fine. Listen. None of these people understand you. They never will. They're scared of you. But I can help you. Please tell them. Tell them, please, tell them. No. Tell them, no.
Côté nord du marais. Affirmatif, on est en route. Foutez-le-moi en l'air. Remonte, remonte, remonte!
It's a case that has horrified France.
Because of its brutality.
The story raises such questions about humanity and what human beings are capable of.
Gwynnick is now responsible for killing more than 40 people.
Including 24 law enforcement officers, his own mother, whom he bludgeoned to death, and Eric Sarin, a member of his defense team.
Gwynnick is assumed dead. However, officials have not recovered his body.
Catherine Moore remains in serious condition. Doctors are cautious but remain hopeful for her recovery.
Deceased Judiciary Officer Klaus Pistor has been implicated in a conspiracy to commit fraud and the murder of George Gwynnick.
Another disappearance near the Luxembourg border.
Proche de la frontière luxembourgeoise.
There's growing concern that Tallinn Gwynnick is still at large.
Another disappearance near the Luxembourg border.
C'était là, au bord de la rivière. Je ne l'oublierai jamais.
After being released from the hospital, he has agreed to an exclusive interview.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me. Yes, it's hard to believe it's almost been a month.
A couple found mutilated.
A été retrouvé mutilé.
I'm fine, thank you, and Kate's recovering well.
A pregnant woman has been reported missing.
No, I don't think he's dead at all.
Family members say their son was on a backpacking trip.
Son was on a backpacking trip across Europe.
But you ask how a human can do that, and my answer is simple. He isn't human.
A brutal slaying near Cologne.
Un meurtre brutal près de Cologne.
No, the reports are not embellished at all. I've seen what he can do, you've seen what he can do.
Have you felt any side effects? Have you been affected in any way?
An entire community is living in fear of what they're calling the Beast of Strasbourg.
I'm completely serious when I say to you that Tallinn Gwynnick, by the mere definition of the word, is a werewolf.